Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of CX Riot Radio, where we talk about customer experience and stuff, still in a hyper-caffeinated state. That's right. My name is David. I'm the caffeinated CXO, and I'm your host here on CX Riot Radio. Today, we're going to do another episode about AI, artificial intelligence, or if Apple is to be believed, a predictive text on steroids. It is what it is. Is it? I don't know. Is the AI bubble gonna burst? Kind of like the dot-com bubble in the 90s? I don't know. But what I do know is that we're going to talk about AI on this episode. Yeah, but before I do that, make sure that you preemptively subscribe, like, and share the show so we can make the show grow. That's right. We want the show to grow. Yeah. All right. So, AI is evolving fast, but how we use it matters a lot. Replacing employees outright can cross ethical lines, destabilize economies, and signal deep-rooted failings in leadership. That said, when handled responsibly, AI can empower employees. So, we're going to make the case for thoughtful integration, using AI to augment, not replace. Interesting. And I know, throughout human history, when new technology comes out, people lose their jobs, people lose their livelihoods, and they have to adapt. I get that. We've all heard the stories of the ice vendor going out of business when the refrigerator was invented. Yeah. So, but come on. Aren't we better than... Haven't we as a society evolved past that? Or are we still in that phase of capitalism? Who knows? I'm not one to judge. I don't even hate capitalism. I think it's a much better alternative than the other thing that's out there. But I believe in compassionate capitalism. And what that is isn't exactly defined. So I won't. But anyway, there was a dude, right? And this dude was named Joseph Weizenbaum. And he warned years ago that machines lack genuine empathy and should not replace roles needing human care and respect. I'm talking things like therapists, judges, customer service reps, things like that. We erode our human spirit when we outsource emotional and ethical labor to robots. Yeah. So, there's critics out there that highlight that heavy AI use can strip employees of decision-making power, reducing them to overseers of machine output. That's demoralizing and boring. AI systems also often rely on human workers behind the scenes to label data, correct errors, or provide contextual judgment. Yet these workers are usually underpaid, unseen, and undervalued. The cost benefit too often favors corporate gain over equitable treatment. I was getting text aggro. All right. So, and then, of course, there's the job displacement and inequality. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, if you don't know, I think that's what the I stands for. I know Monetary Fund is the MF. Warns that AI could shrink jobs across all skill levels, not just the entry-level ones, driving economic disruption and inequality unless we act quickly with policy and training. Wage pressure without job growth is another one. Historical studies show that automation often suppresses wage growth even when jobs aren't eliminated. This holds true with AI. Segments benefiting from AI augmentation see gains, but many workers see stagnation or loss. Like, why would we pay you more if this is all automated? Yeah, that kind of thing. In sectors like fast food, even small-scale AI rollouts like those kiosk drive-through voice systems threaten entry-level jobs. Key stepping stones for teenagers, the elderly, and low-income workers. When those roles vanish, entire communities lose opportunities. So we're going to see a lot more BS going around. So what does it mean? It means there's a leadership failure warning, okay? When companies choose AI to slash staff rather than build capabilities, it suggests short-sighted prioritization of profits over human capital. It signals a reluctance to invest in talent or adapt thoughtfully. Surveys show that many employees fear AI as a replacement, and that drastically damages workplace trust and engagement. Research by Eric Brynjolfsson, I butchered that, most likely, at Stanford shows companies that augment workers with AI, not replace them, but augment, see better productivity, higher satisfaction, and lower turnover. Those that don't often struggle to capitalize on technology. So, and listen, bro. I'm not denying AI can replace jobs, okay? It can. CEOs at Amazon, IBM, JP Morgan openly warn of AI-enabled job cuts. In fact, a lot of places it's already frickin' happened. Analysis from Brookings and OECD show cognitive mid-tier roles are most vulnerable. I'm gonna guess that's a lot of you listening right now. Large language models may disrupt up to 50% of tasks in many fields. So yes, disruption is real. But many experts agree. AI is best applied to tasks, not roles. And companies using AI as augmentation tools could boost worker capability and create new roles, often balancing or exceeding losses. And so, what's a better path? Well, new models show demand for AI-friendly skills far exceeds job losses caused by AI. Lifelong learning and high judgment capabilities are the key. Brynjolfsson's study found AI-assisted call center employees had 14% higher productivity, happier customers, and lower staff turnover. Most companies, 92%, plan to boost AI investments, but only 1% say they've successfully embedded it in workflow. That means AI isn't being used to its full collaborative, augmentative potential. So, now, because a lot of people, business owners, people like that, boards, whatever, are kind of heartless when it comes to it, especially when it comes to saving money, right? Cutting costs. Well, a lot of companies, a lot of industries have already felt the brunt of this, right? So, It's every day that you hear, oh, this many people, this percentage of this company was laid off and replaced by AI. Or so and so is now an AI first company. Whatever the fuck that means. Right? I just know that Duolingo was one of them. After going viral for having probably the best marketing campaign ever. And then now they've deleted all their posts and shit. So, whatever. Let's talk a little bit about AI ethical governance. Frameworks ensuring fairness, transparency, accountability, and deployment of AI. Reskilling leadership. Active retraining programs, apprenticeship partnerships, lifelong learning funds. All great things that we should have. Reinforce AI as an assistant, not decision maker. Use human oversight, especially in high stakes roles. Don't just set it and forget it. Actively check to see what it's doing, what decisions it's coming to, why it made those decisions. We need stronger safety nets, robust unemployment insurance, wage supports, and reskilling subsidies. Back in 2020, was it 2020? Yeah, 2020, I think. Yeah, I was Team Yang Gang. All right, Andrew Yang, because he was the only person that was talking about what's going to come and what the risks are from automation and AI. And his solution, although maybe not the best one, but he had one, was universal basic income. And some other things. But that's the one that really stuck out to a lot of people. And it was only $1,000 a month. But in the age of people getting their jobs replaced and their livelihoods destroyed before AI really even comes into like workable fruition, maybe it's something that we should look into so people don't starve and riot in the streets and tear down society. I don't know. Maybe for societal good. Who knows? Focus on corporate profits from AI and not penalize innovation. So, align training with real-world AI adoption paths. If we're going to make, and we should, make skills training, right, accessible to the public, right, to either retrain or upskill, anything like that, a lot of it needs to be with AI, both as the teacher and what they're learning. So, but anyway, to wrap up, because I'm running out of time here, because my food just finished cooking. Replacing employees wholesale with AI isn't just an operational choice, it's an ethical and economic gamble. See what I did there? Yep. If it's done lazily or half-assed, it signals failing leadership, damages communities, and deepens inequality. But if done right, AI becomes a powerful tool to amplify what humans uniquely bring: empathy, judgment, creativity, and context. So, together, let's choose a future where AI is a partner and not a replacement. A future where human dignity and economic opportunities advance together. That future requires leadership, courage, and conviction. Not many people have the balls to actually do anything about this. A lot of people have the weak moral fortitude to just replace departments with AI bots that kind of, frankly, for the most part, not all, but mostly, fucking suck. This has been CX Riot Radio. Buy my shit. Good night.